yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Everybody's amazing people that are here. Appreciate you guys so much. It is Fun Friday.
It is Fun Friday, Sean, and we're going to mix things up a little bit because in the green room we were talking about today, what is the craziest thing that you've ever done that you didn't think you would do? So you have to share a story of like something that like can't be like surfing, black diamonds, all that stuff because you knew you were going to do that, but like something fun you did that you were like, holy crap, I can't believe I'm doing this.
I'm going now?
Yes.
Like I'm on there? Okay.
Yeah, because everybody else already shared.
Okay, so I would say that when John Landau happened to drink too much at my parents' house when I was 16 and they went away and maybe had an accident in their bed that I never thought I would throw my parents' comforter into the deep end of the swimming pool, let it soak for 2 days because I didn't know how to use the washing machine or dry a comforter, and then hang it on a line and dry it. We never knew. I would say that would be something I never thought I would do.
That is pretty fun. Anybody else ever wash their clothes in a swimming pool?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
All right. Now we can fully start.
Thank you. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for a couple minute delay. We're just talking about an amazing event in Florida. So we'll talk more about it. But thank you for being here. Gina, who are our incredible guests today?
Oh, first we have this man from Colombia to like Spain to all over the world. He is living the nomadic life, building 30 plus companies. Since 2015, he dedicated himself to investing in real estate and other assets and helping others do the same. So everyone please join me in welcoming Fede Nomad Cabrera.
Is it like Fede, like Sade, but Fede?
It's Fede. Yeah, it's Federico. I'm actually from Spain, but I'm living everywhere.
Fede, amazing. 30 companies you're building, dude. Like, that's got to be a little bit exhausting. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, it has not been real companies. It has been all my entrepreneurships. I have been an entrepreneur since I was a child. So I'm a traveler. I'm a nomad, and I'm an entrepreneur. And now an investor and teacher. I work as a financial coach. But I like to live traveling. So I've been traveling since 2014, and so I was born in Spain, but I have been living half a year in Mexico for the last 5 years. But I have been also in Bali, and I love Colombia. I'm spending a lot of time here also. So also I go to the Tony Robbins events.
Nice.
In Miami.
In Teddy. So what is your fun fact? I think that's a pretty fun fact. I've been traveling for the last 5 years, but anything else that we might be like, really? Wow, that's crazy. You've already given us like 5 of those, but anything else?
What do you mean? My fun fact? I didn't understand your question.
Yeah, what is your fun fact?
My fun?
Yeah, a fact about you that we might like not expect, like
something fun and crazy that you might have done or something.
Oh yeah, I didn't answer that. Yeah, when I was in Bali, I was invited to a Balinese wedding from the owners of the hotel I was staying there. So it was really fun because I dressed as a Balinese, like with their tradition, their religions and everything. And it was really fun. I was dancing, weird dances.
That's super fun. I think it'd be super fun to dress you up in a Balinese costume.
Well, I do that like every Tuesday.
That sounds like fun.
So amazing. So listen, Fede, thank you for being here. Ready to have some awesome fun. Gina, who else is going to roll as a participant today with this extraordinary, nomadic, entrepreneurial, Balinese dressing man?
Next, this man is from Ridgefield, Connecticut, owner of Harmony Investment Advisors. He's raised over $100 million in not 5, not 4, not 2, but 3 months. In 3 months, I did that a little backwards. What I know.
It's Friday, Sean. You gotta give her a break.
You can make fun of me Friday. That's why I skipped over it. I skipped over it because I was like, wait, it's 3 months. He did it in 3 months. That's the most important thing, Sean Callaghy, that he raised over $100 million in 3 months through relationship creation with big box stores. So that's pretty incredible. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming Lindsay Ferguson to The Real Raw. And everyone forgive me.
Now that Gina got all of her words out.
Yes, Lindsay, I would not have been impressed if it was 4 months, but because it was 3 months, we were super impressed. Now that's absolutely extraordinary. Welcome to The Real Raw. And please, on this fun Friday, what is your fun fact?
So my fun fact, it kind of almost gave it away earlier, is that when I've had a little too much to imbibe, I like to dance like Mick Jagger, and I'm quite good at it.
That's extraordinary. So what is your, like, Start Me Up or something else would be a...
Yeah, Start Me Up is usually the one that gets me going. And yeah, I actually got engaged in not got engaged, but I got involved in at a piano bar in New Orleans last summer. I kept asking the guy to play chopsticks. You know, it's one of those, you put the money on the piano. Yeah. And then finally, the guy said, listen, I can't ignore this anymore. You got a $50 request for chopsticks. He's like, why do you want to hear that? I'm like, I don't know, because I have the moves like Jagger. And he goes, no, you don't. And then, so I'm like, go. And so I went, and it turned out there was another professional dancer there, like a male dancer. And it was kind of like Dancing with the Stars. This place was packed. There was hundreds of people. And this guy came up and he was flamenco and he was doing whatever. And I actually won the dance competition, like on the spot, by doing my Mick Jagger, and people were coming up and like high-fiving me. They invited me up on stage. I was playing piano. It was dude, that's awesome. It was, my partner was just on the floor. He was like, what in the hell did he goes, what is, so anyway, so I do have this side to me that likes to have a little bit of fun.
Lindsay, this is like a fun fact on a Friday. There's been more than 3,000 people in The Real Raw. This is definitely like top 5 fun facts of all time. So and my counter fun fact, because I have those sometimes, is my best friend, Alex Visco, when I was in 7th grade, who is now a medical doctor in physical medicine, loved dancing to Start Me Up by the Rolling Stones. So Alex would like, and his parents, and I didn't grow up with money, his family didn't grow up with money. So his dad somehow decides that he's going to take like the little money they have and he's going to build a dance floor, honest to God, and a bar. We're in 7th grade. His dad builds a dance floor and a bar and like takes their unfinished basement, turns it to a finished basement. And you can imagine with us in 7th and 8th grade, like what that became. So yes, so Alex Visco, Start Me Up, Rolling Stones. Alex would like begin every dance party in his basement that way. So Lindsay, thank you for bringing that back up.
Yes.
Was there
hopefully
spin the bottle?
Hopefully it won't come
Spin
up
the bottle?
again. Yeah, hopefully it won't come up again. But when it does, it's usually good for a nice roar.
It totally is. And so, by the way, Gina, do you think I ever would have played Spin the Bottle? So that
in
is
7th and 8th grade?
Yes. Do you think I would have ever done that?
Yes. No.
Yes, there may have been a game or two of Spin the Bottle in Alex Visco's dance floor basement. But Gina, who else do we have here?
Great call, Gina.
I come from the same time frame. All right, next, this man, you're only a few towns away from me in Deal, New Jersey. Fierce Ironman competitor, business owner, developer, and apparel, real estate investor, and a platinum partner in the Tony Robbins community, father of 6. Please, everyone, I'm not going to begin to count your kids. Please, everyone, join me.
I'm trying. I have to remember all their names. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Morris Sutton. Thank you.
Morris, how are you?
I'm awesome. It's so good to be joining you.
Yeah, so thankful for you being here. Now you live in, Gina said a few things in New Jersey.
Yeah, I live on the Jersey Shore.
Amazing, a Jersey Shore Plat.
Yeah, a Jersey Shore Plat.
I'm so happy.
Deal.
Right.
Me too. Yeah. I'm right. I'm between Red Bank. Like I'm about 20 minutes from Red Bank. I was there this week at endodontist for my daughter in Red Bank.
Morris, I'm in Rumson. I'm like right near you.
You're in Rumson. So I cycle for, this is my last Ironman with that's clouded with my son, which I'm so proud of because he decided he wanted to do an Ironman. So he made me become my 3rd Ironman.
Awesome.
And Morris, what is your relationship with the ocean? Do you get in the ocean much, the beach much, or no?
I wouldn't say I'm the biggest beach and ocean person, but because of training, I go out. There's a guy named Brian Shea. He runs a swim clinic and he does open water swims when the weather's, from May until like September, right in Pier Village. So he brings about 25
Pier Village in Long Branch.
Yeah, and we all swim in the ocean there. It's very, very cool.
Have you ever been to Stewart's root beer? Had a burger and a dog?
I'm on the kosher side of things, so I can't have a burger and a dog, but we definitely like to go for the root beer.
That's awesome. Well, Morris, welcome to the party. Super appreciate you being here.
And Morris, the next time that Sean takes people into the ocean at midnight in hurricane conditions, you can join us.
Yes, you're probably not too far away. And I cycle through Rumson all the time. I'm in Rumson all the time biking.
All right, so Morris, tomorrow, we will be jumping in. Do you know Chris Crone? Is this a gentleman you've ever heard of?
I have heard of him.
Okay. So Chris, who just bought, and by the way, like this means nothing to me. It just happens to be interesting because you don't get to say this every day. So he's a friend, a partner. He just bought his own private jet this week.
No way. I love that.
And he's coming in for a meeting in this office tomorrow. And he's going to be staying at our beach house in LBI with us. So on Saturday, if you feel like coming down for a minute and jumping into the Atlantic Ocean with Chris Crone, myself, this amazing woman, I've elected you to jump in the ocean tomorrow. You may not know this. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. You're more than welcome to join us.
I have to say, if it was not Saturday, I would come and jump in. As a matter of fact, Sunday's my birthday. So I would do it for my birthday. But it has to be on Sunday.
Happy birthday.
Well,
Happy birthday.
We will
do it on
note
Sunday.
our Platt brother Morris in the Jersey
But
Shore.
you're having a Platt event Sunday. Are you doing that from there or here? Or do you know that yet?
We are doing the Platt. We are doing the Platts, how to become.
Craig Baumel is my leader. He brought me into this group. And now I am going to join you on Sunday, assuming, birthday celebrations are in the evening and you're at 10 a.m. I'm still going to plan to join.
Awesome. How to be a Platt for life, have it pay for itself forever. We're going to do that from Rob Gill's studio. We have a financial company, Epic. So Chris is going to come there till his flight because he's only going to be in one segment that we asked him to
It'd be great. It'd be great to be invited to do it there if I could make it there. Because that's right in Red Bank, is it?
Morris, come on Sunday. Chris will be there. Rob will be there. Gina, of course, welcome. Everybody's here is welcome. On Friday. So we'll be rolling from Epic on Sunday. Chris, we'll have the studio, the lights, the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be in touch with Gina. We'll see if that can work out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, sorry for a little bit of that's not normal. A little longer.
We're having some fun.
We're having some fun. So, but you two are jumping in, like crowding, and taking up way too much space in the
You keep trying to crowd me out of this space.
Yes. Okay. So we'll help this way. Right. So no, thank you, Mark. G Money. We have extraordinary people here today. Who else is with us?
Our next Tony Robbins Platinum partner, that's 3 today so far, learned how to sell door-to-door book sales for 8 years, where he built top teams.
I love this person already.
I know you do. You know him. Started working in life insurance 3 years ago and is on track with his team for $3 million this year. Please join me in welcoming from College Station, Texas, Sean Grifo. Woo-hoo!
Sean, what's up, brother?
What's going on, Sean?
How are you?
Doing freaking fantastic. Can't complain not one bit.
Awesome. So, are you going to be joining us for how to be a plat for life? And how to have it pay for itself forever on Sunday? You're more than welcome to jump in.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, awesome, brother. So, what is your fun fact, Sean?
My fun fact. So, I'm not as cool as Mr. Lindsay here, but having never raised, it's just happened recently, so I'm proud of myself. I've never raised money for anything before, and super grateful. Got the opportunity to maybe raise some money for a coin that's about to ICO here in January, and I raised $250,000 in like 4 days.
Woo! Wow. For that. Awesome. So that is your beautiful fun fact. And Sean, where are you coming from today?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas people. Yes. So Sean, thank you for being here today. Appreciate it. And are you ready to have some fun?
Yeah, excited for it.
Let's do it. G Money. Come on.
All right. Next from the Chicagoland, he owns a restoration company out of Chicago, but works in Texas, Kentucky, Florida, Ohio, and started buying businesses, adding to the company's resources. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming Yisroel Humnick to the Real Raw.
Yisroel, am I saying that correctly?
Yes.
Awesome. Yisroel, pleasure. And what is your fun fact?
My fun fact, well, my wife and I have been in education for like 30, 40 years, and we actually live right now in a high school dormitory.
Ooh,
that's fun.
Yes, that is super fun. And what high school?
Well, it's actually called, the word for a school is yeshiva, and the name of it is Keser Yona, which means the crown of Yona, after one of the main rabbi's brother got into a car crash and died 1.5 years ago, and so they renamed it after him.
That is, wow, present on my heart for sure. So Yisroel, what is your mission in the world? Like, what are you up to? What are you creating? Like, why? What's your purpose?
Well, ultimately my purpose is to, to spread godliness in the world. And sometimes you need money for that. But it's, you're trying to spread good godliness. Right now, I'm actually more focused on food, because right now with COVID in a lot of countries, there's simply, because some of the lockdowns are literally people who ordinarily would have food, but the supply chains, if you think the supply chain is broken down here, the supply chains in a lot of countries are broken down to a point where they literally don't have food. So right now, more of our charity dollars are going out towards food than towards education, but usually most of the money goes towards education. But right now, it's like people need to stay alive. So.
Present to your heart, your energy, your contribution, and Yisroel, thank you for being here today.
Thanks.
Thank you. G Money.
She's got red hair. She's got a big smile. She's got a big heart. Any idea who I'm talking about, Sean Callagy?
Takes a lot of space, makes a lot of noise, like that. Heart-centered, incredible woman. Like Sean, was selling stuff at a very young age. 8 years old, selling crafts on her front lawn. entrepreneurial adventure begins, becomes a 7-figure earner in the space of network marketing, but then the company gets shut down. Nothing to do with her. But imagine that, like you're rocking, rolling, making it happen. You're making these cute videos, this like 19-year-old great energy, right? Which we will show at some point someday. We should show that like every Real Raw, your original videos.
Oh my God,
yes.
no.
And then she moves on to pivots, innovates. At the age of 24, becomes the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada, as the first woman ever to do it, youngest person ever to do it, pivots, innovates, now speaks on stages across the country, co-hosts The Real Raw, making magic happen, supporting people to unlock their inner courage, strength, peace, all of it. And then this woman who danced in a tutu at Hogs and Heifers, may have worked in Vegas, is now in ministerial school to make magic happen. She's all over the map. The one, the only Bella Verita. Let's hear from Bella. So Minister Bella, what is your fun fact?
Minister Bella. Well, I'm not to add that to the list because Paul's like, your name changes every day. Like, what title should I give you? Like all of the things.
We'll just call you M.
M.
M for minister, like from James Bond, but like here it's minister.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like it a lot. So fun fact today, I think, since we're like talking about bars and like dancing on bars and singing and dancing, do you know what my favorite song to dance to is, or even favorite song to sing in karaoke is?
I do not.
And I think this is a good one for the show.
Yes.
You don't know? Do you really not know?
I'm not entirely sure.
How do you not know this, Sean?
I know. I'm sorry.
How do you not
What is it?
I feel a woman.
That is
There you
amazing.
go. Shania Twain.
Thank you. That is Shania Twain.
I am from Texas too, Sean.
Do not give up your day job. Singing is not your thing, right?
What?
Yeah, dancing might be, but maybe we could bust out into some of these clubs and dance things and all the beautiful fun facts we're hearing. But singing, maybe not. But yes, thank you. And I am a worse singer than you. So how about we'll go with that. Gina, we appreciate you.
You word like happy birthday. When we do like singing happy birthday, you just mouth the words. You won't even sing happy birthday.
Because I am as bad a singer as you could ever possibly sing. I don't do singing. I don't do impersonations. So Gina, we love you. We thank you from the multiverse. We will potentially see you jumping in the ocean tomorrow. We'll see. More than welcome to see us at Epic on Sunday. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are extraordinary. Thank you.
Love you. Ciao for now, everybody. Hope to see you soon.
Bye, Gina.
All right. Who's going first?
Let's go with Betty.
All right. Today, here's what's happening. We are going to play the game of influence. And not a game, not pitching, hooking, closing, taking, grabbing, overpowering, but instead integrous influence. How do we open listening to people, create more value than we're seeking to extract, create more value for somebody's investment of money, time, and energy than we're asking for? That's what this is about, like integrous influence. So it affects all of our money, time, and magic in our marketing, our selling, our recruiting, our managing, our leading, our fundraising, for profit, not for profit. So Bella will be anybody you want her to be. Ideal client, I don't know, any other yes that you're seeking in the world with your 30 entrepreneurial adventures. I'm sure there are many. Who would you like Bella to be, Fede, that you're seeking a yes from?
I'm sorry. Okay, so I have to give my explanation to sell something to her.
Well, actually, no. So it could be that, but it's really any yes that you're seeking. So you have all these partnerships. Every one of them took a yes to form. You have clients in every one of those situations. Before they became your client, they had to say yes. You coach people. Those people, to agree with their assignment, have to say yes. I'm sure you've raised money, you've spoken on stages. So yes drives the world. So any yes that you're seeking, it's not like pitch, hook, close, pressure, nothing like that. What it's like is maybe it's a 3-minute conversation about having a longer meeting about something. Or maybe it is getting an absolute yes. Does that make sense, Fede? Just a yes that you would be seeking in the world. And Bella will role play the other person that you're getting the yes from. So who would you like her to be?
Okay. She's a business owner who is earning a lot of money, but doesn't know exactly how to invest better in order to have passive incomes.
She's got money. She's got money burning in her pockets, right? I'm trying to become a kept man here, so help me out. And this is the one and only Bella Verita. Take us in.
You can go lay down, honey.
Thank you.
Your job's over.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hello, Bella. How are you? I'm Federico.
Hello, Federico. How are you?
I'm very good.
What can I do for you?
Yeah. I know that you are doing really good with your business. But you know that there is going to be a lot of inflation. So the best option to invest is not to have your money in the bank. You know that.
Right.
Yeah. So I was doing a lot of money some years ago, and I was trying to invest, but I did a really big mistake because I put everything on real estate, and it was not the best decision. So I was learning about, a lot about portfolio diversification and asset allocation, and now I can live traveling the world, living with my passive incomes.
Wow.
Now I know you have a lot of money in the bank, but it's not producing more money for you.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Investing in shoes, I hear, is not the best investment. There's not a high return on my investment for shoes. And now I live in the cold where there's snow, and so like some of my heels are not so good for walking around in this weather.
Yeah, I know. So would you like to know how to invest better and to have a diversified portfolio in order you can live without working anymore, because you are having
I would
passive
love
incomes
not to work anymore. It sounds like the best day of my life.
Okay, so I would love to invite you to a private call in order I can know exactly how is your situation with your money and your investments, and let's see what could I help you to have more passive income, because the secret of life is to have a balance between time and money. So if you are working a lot, you're having a lot of money, but you don't have time, that's also a problem. So that is my mission in life, is to create more freedom in people in order they can live with more passionate, because they are living.
Sounds fantastic, Fede. Sean is waking up and he's going to start bossing me around here in a minute. So I got to run right now, but sounds great. Would definitely love to know how I cannot work anymore.
Thank you very much.
Can you make some money so I can go back to sleep?
Yes.
Thank you. No, Fede, excellent job. Appreciate that. Lindsay, who would you like Bella to be?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Fede. She could be someone who's running an endowment and they're looking for a better way to deploy their capital.
You just got cash.
I got cash all over the place.
Let's go.
You too.
All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. This is Lindsay Ferguson from Harmony. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, Lindsay. How about yourself?
Doing just fine. And Danny, thanks so much for asking. So first off, Happy New Year. Appreciate your time today.
Absolutely. Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you. So Bella, I've been informed that you've been running an endowment for a good number of years, and that you have in the past been dealing with some of the, I call them the big box firms. We don't like to mention names of some of those firms.
Yep.
And that recently they kind of reassigned you to a younger broker because the account's not necessarily large enough for what they call their private client group. Do I understand that correctly?
That's correct, yes.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about how you got to that point and what you're looking to do? Because I have some ideas, but I really don't know you, so I didn't really want to walk into the pharmacy and with a prescription here today.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And you know what? The truth of the matter is you know, I feel, you know, with the big box, I feel like one of many. And really looking to, you know, gain some new strategies and what I can do differently. And I'm really open to suggestions, you know, at this point. I know you probably most people are not, but you know, I really am, you know, open at this point because it's been quite a frustration.
Got it. So how was the personal attention to your account in the last couple of years before they handed you off to a junior advisor? And then how was the personal service? How was the personal level of advice and contact? Did they talk to you often?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It just wasn't existent.
Got it.
I was
so,
being funny. Yes. Yeah.
I understand that. So was there any proactivity on behalf of the other advisor at all, or the other firm? Or did you have to call them, or?
Very, very minimal, very minimal.
All right. So, I mean, one of the things that we like to talk to our clients about is how to level set the whole approach of investing, right? So you go into the big ivory tower, you go to the receptionist behind the wooden desk, the person's never picking up the phone, and so on and so forth. So we get to know our clients on a personal level, which is why we're called
that's
Harmony.
definitely what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and I think the thing is we probably like to start off with like an investment policy statement. Does your organization happen to have something like that?
We do. I could probably get that for you somewhere.
Okay, so I think the thing to do might be to have a look at that investment policy statement and have us take a look at it. Obviously, it's complimentary, so we could take a look at it for you and maybe have a conversation. I'd like to set up a call here, but first, you know, if you need us to sign like a non-disclosure first, we're happy to do that. But we could bring our team in and be happy to take a look at things for you.
You got it. That sounds good, Lindsay. Got to run right now because the boss is back and start breathing down my neck and start bossing me around again. So got to run for now.
You making us some money? You making us some money?
I'm always making money, baby. That's what I do.
There you go.
$1 bills, yo.
Lindsay, awesome job. We're just having fun to be completely ridiculous today. So thank you, Lindsay, Fede, great job. Let's go to our judges and see what they have to say.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So I have a fun way though of doing this. So judges and Bella will explain the rest. What we're going to do is give some feedback to these awesome participants. And a level 1 would be, yes, I want to jump in the Atlantic Ocean in New Jersey with Sean, Chris Crone, all these fine folks that are here, like tomorrow. And I want to stay in the ocean for 10 hours more than I want to hang out with these people. Like that would be a 1. 5 would be, I'd rather like jump in the ocean for 5 minutes than listen to any more of this. A 10 would be, I want to glue myself to these extraordinary people I've just heard from to a point that I will not let them leave my sight until I do business with them. So anything on a scale of 1 to 10, like that's roughly a 10, 5, and 1. Who's going first? What's happening?
So let's go with Morris, your feedback first, and then 1 to 10, 30 seconds of feedback. You know, something that they did great, and then something that they could prove on, and the score all in 30 seconds. And let's start with Fede.
And this is for 1 for each of them, right?
1, you get 30 seconds for each. Yes, sir.
Fede, great to see you again, Fede. I thought he was good, but the message was a little choppy, sort of like could prepare and have a more direct message that would serve as speaking client, you know, whoever he's speaking to.
Beautiful. And your score of 1 to 10, like 10 hours in the ocean, or you're going
We'll do 7.
7. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great job.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Morris, your feedback for Lindsay.
For Lindsay, okay. So you're jumping around. So Lindsay, I really thought was great because I loved the presentation to meet the client's needs. Now, it could be a personal thing for me. Like, you know, when I'm speaking to somebody, I like to think of their experience of my, of whatever I'm speaking about. So I think Lindsay kept coming back to serving the client. And I thought that was very appropriate. And, you know, I thought that was very good.
Awesome. And your score for Lindsay?
That was Lindsay. Oh, sorry.
Score.
Yeah, I would give him a 9.
9.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Yisrael, let's go with your feedback for Lindsay.
I hope I'm doing this right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I very much liked the back and forth with Lindsay. It was extremely interactive. It was a lot of, it wasn't just Lindsay talking. He would say 2 sentences, ask a question, get an answer, say another sentence or 2. And so I felt very strongly that you were a main part of the conversation. And so even though he wasn't pushing as much for the face-to-face, but it looked like he had engaged you very well.
Beautiful. And your score for him is?
I'd go with the 9 also.
Nice. Yes. Beautiful. And your feedback for Fade?
Okay. I'm umming, and my complaint to him is that he was umming, but he's working with a language barrier, and so he was also obviously doing things on the fly and having a language issue. I very much like that he went for the face-to-face. He was pushing very much that you should meet with him. So he was answering directly on everything except the shoes. You know, I still think shoes are a great investment, but he stuck in there, and he wanted to make sure that he would end up getting a face-to-face with you, and I think that ends up being very important because he wouldn't let you go until you sort of agreed to a meeting.
Yeah, 100%. And what was your score for Fade?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7. I'm
With
sorry.
a 7. Thank you so much. And Sean, surfing buddy from Costa Rica, how about your feedback for Fade?
I love that he was concise. His ask was simple. It was an easy ask. Something that I think he can improve on a little bit is asking her a little bit about her goals and what she wanted, and maybe asking more questions versus doing most of the talking. And so for that reason, I give an 8.
An 8. Awesome. And how about for Lindsay?
For Mr. Lindsay, he did a great job asking questions, great job asking about your past experience, super concise, lots of questions to clarify and bring out a need, which is awesome. And just a little thing that I noticed, just toward the beginning, it seemed like his eye contact was a little off. And I was like, is he connecting? Is he not? And so for that reason, I would give him a 9.3.
Nice. Excellent. Well, I'm going to go take a nap.
It's my turn to go take a nap.
No.
Yes.
Don't you do that mean thing to me?
Yes.
Okay.
I am. I'm going to do mean things to you, and then I'm going to go take a nap.
Okay. So what's happening?
So this is the time in the show, Sean, Morris, Lindsay, yes, roll, and Fade, that we get to put this guy on the hot seat. So he brings me here every day, tortures me every day, does all kinds of crazy things. So we got some oh my goodness, tortures me every day. So now it's my turn to torture him. So this is the point in the show where we, i.e. you guys, get to set up a scenario that Sean gets to go from hello to yes on anything. Now, he has been President Trump that had to convince President Biden on why he should still build the wall. He has been President Biden convincing President Trump on why everybody should get vaccinated. He recently role-played Muhammad Ali to the Supreme Court, and Kalia Ali said that he channeled her father. And my favorite, he even got a very conservative New Jersey, 70-year-old man, New Jersey attorney to say yes to going to Burning Man. That happened. What do you think was the most challenging one that you've ever done?
Every single time that I have to role play with you. No. So I would say the most challenging one ever might have been just the other day.
Israel.
Yeah, we had in Israel, Iran. So I had to be the prime minister of Israel, convincing the leader of Iran to stop their nuclear program.
Yeah.
I think that was the most complex. So let me step away and you guys decide this. Is
All
that
right.
fun?
That is fun.
Okay.
All right. So does anyone have a scenario that they'd like to see Sean go? I think he's done venture capitalist and all of that kind of stuff too. So anything that would be serving to anyone. Sean, you look like you have you're just itching to say something that anybody else.
I'm brainstorming in my head. I'm like, what would be a fun one, but would be interesting to see how this played out.
Oh, and it's got to be integrous. Yes.
I don't have a specific one yet. I'm curious. It's funny because it was going to be the debate between Israel and Egypt about the Holy Land, but
Whatever you guys want. Does anybody else? What do you guys think?
How about Vladimir Putin trying to convince Joe Biden that it's okay to invade Ukraine?
Oh, is that integrous? I don't even know. It's got to be integrous.
Oh, I'm not sure.
It would save Ukraine.
Is that good? All right. Sean says it to go, so let's do it.
All right. Yes. So we put it all out there every day. So thank you guys for giving me a challenging situation, which I may vehemently disagree with. But let's go. So who would like to, and so I am Mr. Putin, and who am I communicating with about the Ukraine to? I'm convincing who that this should be okay. It has to be like a person.
I think you're Joe Biden and you're trying to convince Vladimir Putin.
No, other way around. So Vladimir Putin trying to convince Joe Biden that it's okay to go into the Ukraine.
Oh,
okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. Let's start this. So who's going to be President Biden?
Come on, man.
So who is President Biden?
Are we supposed to volunteer?
Yeah, like one of you guys want to be President Biden. So on the other side of who came up with the scenario?
I did. Yeah. I'll be Biden.
Okay, and just because I can't see, is that Lindsay?
Yeah.
Remember, he can dance. You got to. He's a triple.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Lindsay, are you ready?
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man. So, Mr. President, thank you for this conversation.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and I know this is completely confidential. I know we only have 3 minutes to evaluate important issues that affect the world, both of our nations, and there's some intense disagreement and divergent perspectives. Is that fair, Mr. President?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, Mr. President, may I ask you, and I know we only have 3 minutes to decide, both of us, if we want to continue a longer conversation. Mr. President, may I ask you a question?
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Yeah. What is in your heart? Why are you the President of the United States of America? Why is this what you want to do?
I've strived my whole life to help people. And as the president of, or the leader of the free world, I want to continue to do that. And I want to help people, not just in the United States, but all over the world.
Beautiful. Because you care about people and you care about their best interests. Is that fair?
That's correct. I wouldn't stand up for the job if I didn't believe so.
And Mr. President, I think you have a monument in your nation that has the pictures of 4 of your presidents on it. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that is something you call Mount Rushmore. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. And I think one of those is one of your most beloved and greatest presidents that's not only on Mount Rushmore, but also has a monument dedicated to him in Washington. And that would be President Abraham Lincoln. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Yeah. And Mr. President, President Lincoln is considered to be as heart-centered, as loving and caring as any president in the history of the United States, correct?
Besides me, yes.
Yes, besides you. And so why do I bring this up? I bring it up because perspectives can differ, because there's hundreds of thousands of Americans that died because President Lincoln decided that a portion of your great nation couldn't leave and govern themselves. And the most bloody and costly war in the history of your nation was a civil war, fighting to create unity and taking away self-governance from people who just wanted to leave and govern themselves. So I appreciate your perspective immensely on what is occurring between my nation and the Ukraine. And we create borders and geographies, we create currencies and policies. But all of these things are complex decisions between people. And sometimes people fight wars over these things. And I don't want a war. My simple request, Mr. President, is can we have a 1-hour meeting where we can enter the space of that meeting completely confidentially, not for politics, not for grandstanding. I would be happy to sign a complete confidentiality agreement between our nations where we have a conversation about why we're doing what we're doing and how it's not for the reasons that you would believe. And that there's actually, I believe in my heart and my soul, the way Abraham Lincoln believed as he created the Civil War, because he created it. There didn't need to be a war for nations to secede. He created a war to keep your nation together. And my perspective is that what is best for my nation, for the citizens of Ukraine, and for the world is for something different than is currently occurring to go on. And so, Mr. President, I beg of you, and I don't do much begging, to have a 1-hour meeting that will be in service of your nation, my nation, the Ukraine, and the world. Can I ask, Mr. President, if you would have that meeting with me?
I'll grant you that meeting.
Thank you. Out of roll. All right, Lindsay, how did that feel for you?
It was good. You built the case. You drew some parallels between one of our greatest heroes in American presidential history and your current situation, and drew me in to your perspective.
Or at least President Putin's perspective, because I may not share.
Well, okay, I'm no longer Joe Biden, so I'm back to Mick Jagger.
Thank you, Mick Jagger. So, Sean, may I ask you, how did that feel for you? How I stepped in as President Putin?
I loved it. I loved the way that you found a value, an ideal, and a moment in time in history, which this could potentially be for even Putin's nation, and related to what you want to do. Lots of questions, and I love the slow, effective speech.
Thank you. How did you feel about it, Bella?
I mean, I was in complete awe because I didn't really know, like if I had to do that role play, I'd be like, I'm completely stuck on knowledge here. So it was absolutely incredible how integrous you can stay on such a difficult subject.
No, thank you. Well, listen, appreciate all of you. Morris, great job today. I love your energy, your clarity, precision, like on it. How was your time, Morris, with us on the Real Raw today?
It was really enlightening. There's so much to learn in the world, and to come to a group where you put out such quality education and training, I think adds a lot of value. And that's something I'm looking for, how to take kind of not just business, but life in general to another level. And I was very impressed with how you presented that. That was really well done.
I trained them well.
Yes, thank you, my boss. Let's go. Fede, you did such an extraordinary job. I love your nomadic journey. I love what you're doing as an entrepreneur and in life overall. I think you did a wonderful job. And if English was, if I was doing this in any other language but English, I couldn't even possibly say a word. And I thought you were extraordinary. So congratulations, great job. And how was your experience, Fede, with us here today?
Thank you so much, Sean. Yeah, it has been amazing. I had a lot of fun. For me, I was also saying, Greg, that it's challenging for me to do it in English because all my audience and everything is in Spanish. Yeah. But I did my first masterclass in English last week, so yeah. I'm stepping up for another market. Yeah, and thank you so much for this opportunity. I had a lot of fun. and I learn a lot. And it's amazing to get these people around. Thank
You
you
did an
so much.
awesome job. Thank you, brother. And happy Fun Friday. Let's go. Yesrel.
Yes.
How was your time with us here today? Thank you for being here. Love hearing your heart. You're caring about people, feeding, supply chains, food, getting to nations. Your heart is present, brother. How was your time with us today?
You really pulled me in. Okay, I kind of got engrossed in the whole thing, even though I have a lot of distractions to my right and left. And actually, Putin would say something very similar to that, because Russia really sees Ukraine as being part of Russia, and they were really part of the USSR. And about half of Ukraine would agree with him, and the other half would resent that terribly.
Yeah.
But but actually, I got to watch you in action and see how you would craft such a thing, because it's a tough sell, and you made the sell. And you didn't go for the ultimate sell. You went for the meeting, which is interesting. I think you understood, like, you're not going to get the whole sell in one shot with a world leader. Too many other things, and so okay, you went in there. Let's get the face to face, and let's move the politics to the right and to the left. So that was nice. That was impressive.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. And everything we teach about integrous influence begins with the reality that it's all a question of perspective. And then it's a question, I love that you use the word value, like what's the value in it for everyone? Integrity is making sure people get the values that they want and need most. But realizing that, yeah, we can have very, very different perspectives. If people say to me, oh, you're a lawyer, I'm like, no. Like, you're not a lawyer, you own a 100-person law firm. And you have these blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. I'm like, I have a law degree, but I don't identify myself as a lawyer because I never want to step into people's frame. People are like, oh, you're like a life coach, you train people in sales. I'm like, no, definitely not. I train people in integrous influence. I've mastered it, and this is what I do because I love people and want to, like, so I'll always disrupt their frame, never step into a false frame. And that's why, yes, if I was President Putin, I would absolutely be like starting to change the frame of we're not invading a nation, we're not taking over, and let's also get a perspective like your greatest hero about peace created a war in which more Americans died than in any other war in American history to keep your nation together. And it's at least creating uncertainty beginning in a non-threatening way. But listen, I don't agree with what President Putin's up to, but I do agree that that's a realistic perspective on United States history. And I love President Lincoln, and he was a hero and amazing. But there are people probably with their great-great-grandparents in the South who think that they shouldn't be part of the United States. So, everybody's got their own perspective. So, Yesrel, thank you so much for being here today. You did a wonderful job.
Thanks.
Lindsay, awesome job as a participant. I love the idea of what you're up to in the world. Very impressive. Your capacity to raise funds. And how was your time with us, Lindsay?
It was awesome. It was immersive and challenging your. It made you be in the present moment, right? It made you be present in the moment and really concentrate on what you're doing, but at the same time, not forgetting to be yourself.
Well, thank you, brother. I loved your energy. Love what you're up to in the world. It's been an honor.
I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you.
Thank you. Sean, love you and all you're up to. How was your time with us in the Real Raw? Great scenario.
It's fantastic as always. I love seeing you every chance I can get to see you in action, just being in full heart centeredness and loving people really well and wanting to have such a huge impact on this world and people around us. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Sean. I'm super impressed by what you're doing. Your charisma, your influence capability, your integrity, heart centeredness are always present. So thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Yeah. The one and only Bella, thank you. You did such an amazing job today. As always, we have fun, we joke around, but without this woman, this show is nothing. Her entry into it changed the entire paradigm a little over a year ago. So thank you. And your final.
Final is, it has been, about a year that I've come here, since I've been here. And it has been such an incredible journey to unpack the superpower of influence and to watch you do these magic moments every single day. And they're different every single time. And it's the same formula every single time. And it's absolutely masterful. And, I was sitting with you, about a year ago when Tony Robbins said, there's no one that leads with more heart and more integrity. And I just think if more people led like that, this world would be a better place. So thank you.
And that's what you guys represent here. It's what it's all about. Influence is a superpower. We are immensely grateful for all of you. And hopefully this is just the beginning. If it's not, God bless and amazing. We do invite you guys to be on How to Be a Plat for Life, have it pay for itself forever. I don't get paid for that. I don't sell Plat for any money, but I think it's the most powerful, incredible ecosystem in the world. And I'm fully in support of Tony. He's up to. So love you all. Thank you all. And for all of us, there's magic present everywhere around us. The ability to rise our mighty time of magic, but we're all blind
and just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Me included. All of us. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. All the best. Bye, everybody. Be well. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.